You're listening to Dubstep and Dragons, a D&D 5e actual
Guys.
Oh my god.
Got a joke
I
for
can't
you.
get through one of these.
Well, what's your joke, Norris?
Why don't chickens wear underwear?
So they can show their cocks? I don't know.
Because their peckers are on their face.
Oh, I get it, but I hate that I get it.
God.
You're welcome. I'll be here all night.
I don't remember where I was, so I'm just going to pick a spot. A D&D 5e actual play podcast with a cyberpunk twist. My name is Matt, and I will be your game master.
My name is Dan. I play Alphonse.
I'm Luke, and I'll play Ash.
I'm Norris. I'll play. I'm Bo. I'll play Norris.
Previously on Dubstep and Dragons, Alphonse tased himself and sat in a chair. Ash diced up Crumb, and Norris waved his hand in the air like he just don't care.
Yeah, try that dislocating thing more often.
That seems like a normal thing for Norris. Like, you just don't care.
So the mechanics of that are, I gave him an additional 5 foot of reach whenever he tears his arm off and uses it as a cudgel.
So he's like, isn't that a bugbear? What
Essentially. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He has the reach of a bugbear when he rips his arm off.
I'm
Reach
so
out, touch
proud of you.
somebody.
I was thinking, it would have been really funny is when you did the elbow thing, if the middle finger came out. Like, you have still control of the hands as it goes.
That would be pretty funny.
Just ridiculous. I love it.
I figured that way would be a lot, a little more fun.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it. I liked the flavor. So you guys are in your new SUV that you stole, and you are headed to Marcos. Arcos is going to give you directions. He's going to lead you through town, and he brings you to a part of town that isn't too far from Ash's apartment. It's in a district adjacent to the Power and Light district. And you know this area fairly well, Ash. You know that there's no place called Marcos. You know that there's no mod shops down here. They would never allow mod shops down here. This is still a fairly ritzy part of town. So he leads you back through a side street to a parking garage. When you pull in, there's what looks like it looks like a construction company has set up storage containers and things like that at the base of this parking garage. And as you walk up, Arcos starts knocking on the door of the storage container. And a little door slides open. Who the fuck are you? And as soon as he looks through, he sees Arcos. He's, oh, yeah, you can come in. Come on, who's your friends? Never seen them before. And he's asking this, and he's more or less just talking to himself, and Arcos is not responding. And the door opens, and inside you see this long stairwell going down underground inside of this shipping container. You go down and you can just slowly hear this buildup of music. You can just hear the bass line get louder and louder as you go down these stone stairs. And everything you expect it to be kind of dirty and dingy, but everything is very surprisingly clean, and all the walls are cleanly cut and nicely done. And you get to the bottom, and the music is just unbearably loud. And it opens up into this massive underground cavern. And all the walls are like street signs that are attached to each other and lining this stone opening that they've built under the city, under downtown Kansas City. And you have neon signs advertising everything you can think of: mods, haircuts, tailor shops, drugs, anything and everything has a big neon sign advertising it, and it's in multiple languages. You have, Cantonese, you have English, you have a bunch of languages you don't recognize, and a lot of Spanish. And this place is shoulder to shoulder, just packed. It's combination of shopping market and rave. Everywhere you look, it's scantily clad men and women dancing who are very clearly on drugs, and then a bunch of obviously mercenaries pushing their way through, going from store to store. So you see just a wide variety.
There's been farts echoing through this cavern.
Yeah, weird. Over the music, you can hear a fart.
It was a drop.
I don't care.
Always a drop.
I don't care how old I get. Farts are still funny.
Farts are always funny.
And so you have this massive cavern, and there's defunct cars down there that there's no way to get the car out. There's no road leading out of here. And there's people dancing on top of the cars. And you have free reign. Is there anything in particular you want to look out for?
Have I been here before?
No, you have no idea this existed. This is... You are upper echelon of society. You are the 1%. And this is a place for the... It's a place for the common folk. It's a place for the common people to go and buy illegal things. And so you would have had no dealings with this. You see, right as you walk in, there is a big neon sign, and it says Amor Alley. AMORALLEY. Inspiration to anybody that gets the reference.
I'm full up on inspiration, so.
So as you look around, Arcos is leading you through. Like I said, if there's anything you wanna look for in particular on your way through, just give me a perception check, and we'll see what you find. But otherwise, he's going to lead you through this crowd of people, and it's actually it's almost like being at a packed concert, a sold out concert, and you're trying to get to the front. And so you're just having to like push your way through, and people don't give a shit that you have somewhere to be. And so keeping up with each other is actually fairly difficult. But you all keep sight of Arcos. You would have brought Rain in with you, correct?
Yeah, I would have brought Rain.
So if you look back at Rain, I'm assuming you're just like holding on to her and bringing her through. She would be both mystified and terrified simultaneously. Like this would be a lot for somebody like her to take in.
Okay.
The sights, the sounds, the smells. There is so much going on, and it mainly smells like feet and body odor.
Delicious.
And gunpowder. There's a lot of that too.
This
Yeah.
is pretty common for you.
I'd like
Morris.
to make an investigation check to try to find somewhere where I could. I want to somehow get Rain to potentially talk, or I need to talk at her in some manner that I
Okay.
hope that she'll understand.
Okay. So as you guys are leading through, give me a perception check, and you can see if you can find a spot where you can kind of pull her aside and talk to her.
So that's going to be a 24.
Okay, so you see towards the back, he leads you through this winding cavern, and there's just carved into all the walls. There's these little shops, and you can see the stone where they cut it out, and then they just installed like windows and doors, and it's a lot of openings with those kind of expanding metal gates that go from one side to the other, and they're all open. And you get through this winding corridor, and at the back you see this. It's covering the whole back wall. Like, this is definitely the centerpiece of this Amor Alley, and it just says Marco's Mod Menagerie in bright red letters in neon across the top. And to the right of it, you do see a stall that is empty. So you can bring her in there, or you can bring her into Marco's.
Probably Marco's. It's not something I want to hide. It's just
Okay,
some things I have to say.
gotcha. So as you come in, like you pass a point, and it's you go from this deafening music, and as soon as you cross the corridor into Marco's, the music fades, and it's just this boom in the background. It drops easily 60 decibels. As soon as the door's not even closed, but as soon as you cross the threshold, it just gets quieter inside. And as soon as you're in, this place looks like a casino. Like, the inside of it, there's all these dispensers, like a Coke machine, but it's all grenades. And then on the other side, you have somebody going up and down a ladder and like pulling down metal arms and pulling, like, all the walls are covered in these cybernetic upgrades, and this place is just a candy store for anything you would want to modify your body with. You see off to the side, there's kind of like fitting rooms for things that aren't surgically implanted. So you could lead her off into there if you would like.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, so you bring her back, and it's a bunch of changing rooms that are not very well built. It looks like these things get abused a lot, and almost like people that are too large to fit through the door often push their way through, and so it just kind of breaks the frame of these doors. Imagine like the shittiest bathroom you've ever been in, and they have the typical stalls that you can see through, but they're just falling apart.
Oh God!
Like a gas station in a bad neighborhood where you have to go to the counter and get the key to get access. And you can lead her into one of those, and it's fairly quiet enough to have a conversation.
Okay, great. So I kind of grab Rain, and I just kind of put my hand on her shoulder, and you can tell in Alphonse's voice that he's almost like still shaken up, and he looks at Rain and he goes, Rain, I just don't know if I have it in me to protect you.
And so this whole trip from the warehouse to here, typically since you've picked her up, she's been kind of keeping close to you. Like, she's basically touching you at all times, like up at shoulder to shoulder or something like that. And through the trip to Marco's, she was kind of turned towards the corner of the SUV, arms crossed and looking out the window, which is an unusual behavior for her. And as soon as you say this, you see this kind of hard, kind of a bit angry expression on her face melt to one of more understanding, and you pick up a bit of sympathy in it as well.
Rain, you just have to understand. I'm a desk jockey. I don't take life serious, and this is a fucking lot. Like I just don't know what I can do. I feel like I'm a weak link in this group, and I don't know. Arcos warned me about this, and I just don't know how to help.
As you say this, she very gently takes her hands and puts them on the side of your head. And you know she doesn't remember anything prior to the train. But this is something that you and her used to do. Whenever she would be struggling with something and she would be getting really frustrated and just not understanding the emotions behind it or the reasoning behind it, because her brain essentially works like a computer. And if there was something she didn't understand, she would get very frustrated, and you would put your hands on the side of her head and just kind of cradle her head and touch forehead to forehead to kind of help her calm down and relieve some of the anxiety you could tell she's feeling. And in this moment, she reaches out and cradles your head and presses your forehead against hers. And give me I don't have it up, but I believe it's a charisma saving throw. Or you can choose to fail.
So my concern is I really don't want her to know the past because I don't want her to reset herself. So I would try to... I don't know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
but I would be blocking certain thoughts.
Okay.
Fuck. You said charisma?
Yeah.
15.
15. So you don't pass her DC. She cast Calm Emotion. So she's cradling your head, and you feel her press into your mind. You're very cognizant of it, but when she does, you can feel her. You can feel her comforting you, almost as though she's physically holding you, but it's just her inside of your head, just calming you down.
Okay.
And you hear kind of like a squeak come out of her mouth. She's trying to speak, and it just, the words aren't forming in her mouth like she wants them to. So you feel her press into your mind again through your cybernetic link, and you hear, "It's okay. It's okay. We're going to do this." And she just holds you for a moment.
I think I'd just accept it and kind of... I'd pause there and...
Okay. While they're doing this, you guys are having a very different experience. and you would hear this. So as soon as you walk in and you take a moment and you're just kind of taking it in, you hear, "Oh, my friend Arcos, welcome to Marco's Mod Menagerie. You have come to the right place. You bring your friends. This is a wonderful day. It's so good to see you." Arcos, "Yeah, mate, it's great to see you too. It's been a long day. Could just come on down and talk to us like a human, man." And Marcos is up on this platform. He's up on a stage. Like, this is a showman. And as soon as he greets, he's on this platform that's just slowly lowering down to the showroom level. And he's this rotund man, very large belly, kind of like a really thick neck. It's almost non-existent. It's like his cheek just goes all the way down to his chest. But he's got these deep-set dimples in these giant cheeks, and just these piercing blue eyes that look unnatural. And he's just this bigger-than-life personality that almost just... he almost forces you to like him as he's coming down. And you almost expect fireworks to go off as he's coming down. And when you're looking at him, he is almost fully cybernetically enhanced. The only thing that for some reason he kept was his torso and his face, but everything from the eyebrows up is all metal, and it goes down the back of his head. But he kept the chubby face and the big old pot belly. and you see him, he's carrying around what has to be 600 pounds of guns. He's got this one massive gun coming over his right shoulder that looks like it could blow a hole in a mountain. And he's got mechanical legs, one mechanical arm, and then one what looks like a normal human arm, but you can see the seams. It's the synthetic skin over that arm. And just for some reason, that side of his body he likes to have. And in that hand, he's holding just this giant fat cigar. And he comes out, Boys, what can I do for you? You had to come to Marcos for something good, otherwise you wouldn't be here. What can I do?
Well, I'm just looking to get like an antenna built in and everything.
And what do you want? You want to pick up porn, or
No.
what are you looking for? You just say antenna.
No,
I
I'm
need
not.
more details. I have antennas for everything.
Need to be able to at least protect these guys.
So you want
And
you want to kind of radiate a signal like
Yeah.
hey, you should look out for this. This is coming at you. Make them respond faster.
Yes.
I have just the thing for you. What else you need? You need more than an antenna.
I'm actually pretty good other than that.
That's lame. What about you? The Inferno 3s. Good choice.
Yeah, they do all right.
Look, can I? Just let me see it. No, I want the flames.
You got to give him more than that.
I want the flames.
I can't just go straight into the flames, man.
And you see his left arm, the one that's not holding a cigar. He puts it out, and you see this from in between the seams, similar to your arms. It just blasts this cold out, like almost like cryo gas blasts out, and this stream of blue gas comes out of his hand and solidifies as ice in that hand, and he's holding a giant ice sword out. You come to Marcos, you show off. That is what this place is for. This is to be bigger than life.
Well, do you have any, like, chips that I could buy to install to where I can show off? Because that only happens when I get really angry, and I don't think you want me ruining your pretty store.
You cannot ruin this place. I have had explosions in here twice this week. It is impervious to explosion. I built it that way.
You should just call him Tiny.
You are very tiny, my friend.
I'm not tiny, don't call
You
me
are very tiny. I mean, compared to me, you are very tiny.
that. Norris would just get angry and just bust his chest open, and his arms would...
There
flail.
it is. I love the Inferno 3s. They're coming out with a new model. It's going to be great. You're going to be bigger than life.
And then Norris would just look at him really confused because I don't know whether to hit him or just hug him.
And it's okay. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be angry to do this. You can just do it.
It's the only way I know how to do it.
I help you. Eventually, you come in. You come see Marco every now and then. Eventually, I will help. It's very common. It's very common. You have to be really worked up to really make the arms pop. But you come in. You work with me. Eventually, we'll get you past that. It's almost like therapy, but for it's like anger management. I teach you how to manage the anger. It's very good.
Norris, you got yourself a mentor.
More like a
Mentor.
therapist.
I like mentor better. I'm going to be your mentor. It's going to be good. It's very good.
Manterpist?
But you want to. What are you looking to do?
Well, I got a couple things I'd like to do.
Uh-huh.
So we were just in this huge combat.
You were in fight. I
Yeah.
love fighting.
Yeah. I do too usually, but this one knocked me plumb on my ass.
That's no good.
No good.
You need to be stronger.
Yeah, so I would like to get like a implant that just shoots me with a healing potion with a press of a button.
Oh, I have those.
Well,
Easy peasy.
Go ahead and put one of them in the shopping cart for me.
Excellent. What else you need? You need more.
Yeah, I need more.
I think your arms, they need a bit of a tune-up. They look a bit worse for wear.
Yeah, they haven't been serviced in a while. You see, I was locked away and probed quite a bit for a few years, and I recently got my arms back due to a train wreck. And yeah, they could probably use a good servicing.
He is looking at you like Slack John. You, who is... I can see myself in the reflection off the mirror. It's very weird to watch myself in this moment. You, who probed you?
I don't
You let somebody probe you?
I didn't let nobody probe me or do no such thing, but they did it anyhow. I didn't have my arms.
Wait. Then he gets like right up in your face. He's, you, the green in your hair, the yellow in your skin. You're a deadhead,
Yeah, that's right.
but you're not stupid.
Well, thank you.
Well, I mean, not as stupid. I've met some deadheads. They are very stupid. You are interesting case. Oh yes, mentor I am. You're going to be my best protege yet. Oh, this is going to be great fun. So the steam implant. Yes.
And then I would like to get some sort of chip that I can swap out and turn my arms from just hands and fingers to weapons.
Oh, and he's. Can I see your arms?
Sure, and I'll just reach over and disconnect one and hand it to him.
Well, you could have left it attached, but this is actually for demonstration purposes. This is great. And so he goes to the back of the arm, and there's this little panel it's flush. It just looks like one of the plates in your arms, and he pops it open. He's, look right here. There's inputs. You have 4 inputs. You pick what you want. You put it in there, and then make you big strong.
I need some of those.
What do you want? Do you want a sword?
Sword wouldn't be bad. Hammers are better.
Ooh. Yes, we can do a hammer. You now, just so you know, you can't pick anything up when your hand is a hammer. I just want to make that very clear. The opposable thumb, it goes bye-bye.
I don't need thumbs to smash.
Fair enough. That's a very good point. I regret saying it. Yes. So you want a hammer?
Hammer.
Is there anything else you need today?
I think we'll stick with that for right now.
Very good. Very good. And I'm assuming at this point you and Rain would have come out, or are you still in the changing room? Yes. Okay. Arcos, what are you buying today? Arcos. Well, I don't really need anything, really. I'm all loaded up on guns.
Yeah, the whole back end is full.
Hey, don't talk shit. Those are gonna come in handy one of these
I
days.
bet they will.
But just take care of my boys and give them my price. I can't give everybody your price. There's too much. There's too much. I give them half. I take your discount. I split it in half. Cheapskate. Okay, so for you, you want the hammer, you want the implant, and you want the tune-up on your arms.
Yeah.
That and you're good with that for now. Very good. That's 5,000 credits. You want the antenna is not cheap. I warn you. But I can do that for you. But we'll have to tap into your spine. And it goes in your spine. It's very painful. But we can do it. I have the best rippers.
Whatever you think is right.
I get you taken care of. So what we will do is you look around a little bit, shop around. I'll set you up with appointments. You come in a little bit. With all my rippers are very busy. Business is good. All my rippers very busy. You come in 3 hours, and we will cut you open.
All right.
Please enjoy the alley. Is a wonderland of anything.
You have any recommendations?
What are you looking for?
A good time.
Oh, he gives you a wink, like a good time.
He just got his heart broken.
What kind of good time are you?
He needs to get over the heartbreak.
What kind?
Found out my woman was
What do you like?
actually a man.
That is shocking.
Yeah.
Are you into men?
No.
Just the women.
Just the women.
What kind of women?
I mean, I was thinking like skee ball, but I mean,
Oh, skee ball.
we
Yeah,
could go women too.
There is arcade too, if that is what you want. There is arcade 2 doors down, and there's a barcade, so you can drink while you do it. Play skee ball, drink.
That does sound like a good time.
Does sound like a good time.
Or you can take if you want to go do gambling. I have the Wheel of Misfortune. And he points to this massive, think Price is Right, that gigantic wheel. He goes, you spin that, 1,000 credits per spin. Is 1 to 100. There's some very good, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But if it's good, it's real good. 1,000 credits, you spin it, you might get a pocket watch. Or you might get giant flaming sword. It's up to you. Or you could go over to the barcade. That's good fun too. But the barcade doesn't put 1,000 credits in my pocket.
I'll spin the wheel.
You spin the wheel. You have money?
Well,
Ash, didn't we get like a bunch of chips or something?
yeah, we did, but Alphonse has those. Hey, Alphonse!
Where is that fucker anyway?
I saw him sneak off with Rain somewhere.
Ooh, that dirty man. I knew he had something going over there.
Well, you have friend with you. Is friend
Yeah, he
buy?
came with
He's
us, but
somewhere
he
around
was
Friend
there.
buy things? Is he going to buy?
I think he's gonna buy.
I think so.
Oh, very good. Well,
Well,
find
how-
your friend.
How about you just let me spin the wheel, and then when the friend comes,
No.
he's got all the money.
No, you pay first, then you spin. You pay, you spin. You no pay, you no spin.
That's fair, I guess.
Well, you go. You have 3 hours. Fuck around. Do what you want to do. Come back, and then we'll cut you open. It's good.
All right.
And find your friend. We'll him too. And his platform just starts racing back up. It's this whole thing. I have to make the entrance. You understand. Go have fun. Go have fun.
Thank you.
And it's just very slowly like raising up and backing away from you. And he's awkwardly standing there. Just, bye-bye.
Did we see where the Alphonse and Rain ran off to?
Give me a perception check. Absolutely. So back in the changing room with you and Rain.
So now that my emotions have calmed down a bit, I try to I convey to Rain. I go, how do I tell the team that I'm weak? How I just feel like I can't. I just feel like I can't right now.
And she doesn't have the words to convey what she wants for you, but you sense that she feels confident in you. She feels safe with you. She, regardless of what you're telling her, regardless of what you're feeling, she believes in you. You can sense some confusion, like she still doesn't understand why. But she knows that there's this connection between the two of you. She knows that, she's very intelligent, in spite of the fact that she has no life experience. She's very intelligent. So she knows that she wasn't just born in her current state. She knows that something happened prior.
Okay.
And she knows that you have something to do with it. She just doesn't know. She doesn't have all the pieces to the puzzle.
Okay.
She basically just has like the border of the puzzle.
Worst part of the puzzle.
And so she conveys to you that it's okay. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be perfect. And she does it completely wordlessly. It's purely through kind of transfer of emotion.
Okay. Okay, so I'd be feeling a little better at that point. I think we would step out.
And at this point, she's back to her normal position where she's kind of like clinging onto your arm. So she's got kind of holding your arm to her chest, and both hands wrapped around it, and just kind of letting you lead her through, because she's still pretty overwhelmed by everything, especially listening to Marco in the background and all this stuff going on, and so even though the music is considerably quieter, there's still a lot going on, and then there's customers coming in and out of the other changing rooms around you guys, so she's still a little like clinging on to you. She's still a little bit freaked out by the whole environment.
Okay.
But you also see her just wide-eyed, just looking around and taking in everything. And you would know that this is part of her program, is to observe. And she's just a sponge. She just observes and soaks in everything she sees. And everything she sees, everything she takes in affects her programs. It's all inputs. So she's just soaking up inputs. And she walks out with you. No problem.
Okay. Do I as we walk out, are we bumping into them?
Yeah, so you would walk out just as you would see Marco just like awkwardly raising up back to his perch on the next level, and these guys are just standing around just kind of gawking at everything around them and looking for you. And yeah, you walk out to them.
Alphonse, you will not believe. First of all, where were you at?
I was just talking to Rain.
Well, anyway, you will not believe this guy that we just met. Big dude. Even bigger. Voice, what do you call that thing, Ash? Like your like how you present yourself.
I think your
Presentation?
it's a performance.
Yeah.
He puts on this performance every fucking time. It's exhausting.
I was about to say, you must sleep good at night.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
He burns
this
a lot
guy
of
said he
energy.
can give us whatever we want. I'm
Wait,
going to get an implant.
You gotta pay for it.
Well, yeah, but that comes later. Anyway, he said he's got anything we want. I'm getting an implant to where I can just heal myself. I'm going to turn my hand into an actual hammer. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and he's got this wheel that you spin, and he said sometimes you might get a pocket watch, but you could get this giant-ass fucking flaming sword. That's cool. I mean, I don't need it, but it'd be cool anyway.
Maybe you could sell it back for more credits.
It would definitely be worth more than 1,000 credits.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But anyway, we told him that you got all the money, so you can't leave us again.
Oh, sorry. I was just that fight had me shook up. I had to make an apology to Ring.
Last few days have been rough on you, hasn't it?
I'm just a fucking desk jockey, dude.
Well, that's not entirely true. You had your hands in some pretty dirty shit.
Yeah, but I wasn't the one killing people.
That's fair.
You used a man as a human shield.
That was pure luck.
I mean, it's luck that he was the one that was the shield, but you still had to grab him.
It's true.
I mean, in the moment, it was pretty fucked. It was a good idea, though.
I would have done it.
Yeah,
But
it was
I
a
didn't
great
have
idea.
no arms.
It's
Survival of
Yeah.
the fittest, and that guy was not fit.
fight or flight kicked in. Just
Fair
did what I
enough.
had to do.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. So you don't have to go through the whole spiel with Marco. We can just do some shopping around if you want.
It's
Or-
worth the spiel, though.
Or you can talk to Marco.
The spiel's
Well,
worth it.
I'll tell you what. You guys head out because I need to figure out what we have for cash, chips, whatever currency we're looking at.
So this is a great place for that. He don't ask questions. He does not give a shit. All he cares is that there's money. And if you got those chips, he can get the money. But he'll take a cut. That's the downside.
I can talk to him.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but you guys definitely, if you have other things you'd rather do, feel free to.
Well, we kind of need the money because we're wanting to go play some skee ball. So, and we're broke.
Well, I have some money on me.
Oh, I forgot we got a rich friend.
And so Arcos is. So take all those chips before we get Marco down here. Take all those chips. See that ATM? That'll take all the money off of any card. This place is made for criminals.
Can I negotiate on a finder's fee on this thing?
That ATM will automatically take it off. Sorry about it, but it's the way it works.
Okay.
He's gonna make money. And like I said, you don't have to hack it, you don't have to do nothing. You just stick it in and it says, oh, you have 600 credits. And it just spits out whatever 600 minus 10% is.
10% so steep.
Yeah. Or you can go hack into all of them yourself and transfer the money over and do all that.
Maybe I can get a couple free spins.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So are you going to go use the ATM?
I'm going to talk to Marco and be like, hey, man, hook me up. I'm paying you regardless. You're getting my money either way.
and Marco. So Arcos. Hey, Marco, come on, the whole thing. Let's go. and you say, oh, it is showtime. And he comes up and he pushes the button on his little elevator deal. He's, welcome to Marco's Mod Menagerie. Where anything you imagine I can make real for you.
Told you, Alphonse. Isn't he great?
I am just emotionally happy right now.
And he's lowering down and he just get, if you want fire, we have fire. If you want lightning, we have lightning. If you want cold, and he fires up his arm and the ice sword comes out. We have cold.
He's going to teach me how to do that.
And he's, my friend, you must be the one they were speaking of.
Yes.
You are in need of what I have. I
believe
don't know
so.
what you need, but I have it.
I'm sure you do.
What are you after?
Well, I'm wondering. This is a big wonder. I have to
Uh-huh.
use your ATMs.
Yes.
You're a big fan and a friend of Arcos.
He is great guy. He's gotten me out of many scrapes.
I'm also a great guy, and I could use a couple free spins for what I have to pay for ATM fees.
let us see. You roll persuasion.
It's just not your night, is it?
15.
15. I tell you what, if how many cards you got?
Quite a few.
You got lots of NATO chips. So they gave you.
A bag.
Yeah, I really
see.
don't know if there was a number to it.
They gave you 18 of these chips. I tell you what. And he's holding them in his hands. I'm assuming you hand them to him. I tell you what. I will give you. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to say that there is enough on these 8. Where did you get these 18 chips?
I thought we don't ask questions.
Fair enough. Very good point. You got me. Curiosity gets me every now and then. So, we will assume that these were given to you of their own free will, and that ATM will magically give you money.
Technically, they were free will.
Oh, very good. Clear conscience. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. You are a stand-up guy. So, we will say, I'm going to gamble, and we will say 2 free spins on the wheel. Good?
For my friends, absolutely.
Good. And so he walks over to the ATM and he's, let's see what we have in card number 1. And he sticks it in. And it comes up as 65 credits. Well, that one sucks. Let's see number 2. Please don't be anticlimactic. And he sticks it in and it comes up as 3,442 credits. He's, yes, it's good one. And he just tosses it. and he goes through and whenever there's a bad one, he's just like, it was fluke. And then whenever there's a good one, he almost portrays it as it's because he's doing it.
Oh, sure.
Like he is fully taking credit for the good ones, and the bad ones are that's just bad luck. Shit happens. At the end, you end up with 22,846 credits. So, this is for all of you?
Yes.
So, you have, what did we say? We said 5,000?
I thought it was 3.5.
You are a liar. You are lying. I know price. I was just trying to be nice. You lie.
Oh.
I like it.
Oh, well, I thought I overheard you were giving us the Arcos discount.
Yes. No, not the Arcos. Half of the
You
Arcos.
said yes first.
Half of the Arcos discount. You can't get one over on me. That saves you 5%.
Well, I'm not trying to get one over on you.
You save 5%. He saves 10%. You save 5%.
But that's your protege.
You are my mentor,
Roll another persuasion check.
Dad.
30.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. For him, for my protege, he gets 10%. The rest of you get 5%.
Fair enough.
You already swindled me out of 2 free spins.
I didn't swindle you at all.
I feel swindled.
You're the performer
I
here.
feel swindled. You is 4,500 credits. 4,500 for him. You is spine surgery is very hard. Is 5,000 credits.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Why'd you kill yourself? I thought you were rich.
And my money's kind of locked up. I'm going to need your help with that.
Yeah, Ash, we got some work to do.
Did you kill yourself?
Are you?
No, everyone just thinks I'm dead.
Wait, you are dead? Wait. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Wait. You. I know that face. I see that face all the time. You are always on news. You are Ash.
I am Ash.
You are rich boy. Why you come in here and not have money? You are rich.
Well,
You are richer than me.
I
And
have
that
money.
I'm very rich.
I have money. It's just kind of locked. They kind of They thought I was dead, so they locked my account.
Why do they think you are dead?
Well, the whole train accident.
You remember
here?
that train accident where
No.
I didn't have my arms?
No,
You didn't hear about the train accident?
I saw.
It was all over the news.
I don't. I very rarely. I'm very busy man.
Understandable.
When did this happen? When did you die? You are
A couple
dead?
days ago.
You are dead. You look very good for a dead man.
I know.
You look a little rough. You've had a hard day.
It was
but
very
you
hard.
But you still look pretty good. You're a handsome man. You all look a little rough. You look less rough. You are very handsome too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, gives you a little wink.
I definitely, or Alphonse definitely winks back. Yeah.
Okay. So you're dead. You're not dead. You are a deadhead. You're kind of dead.
I'm mostly dead.
Only mostly dead. Good distinction. You are alive.
I don't exist.
You are ghost. Oh, I like ghost. Tell me ghost story, ghosty man.
What did the ghost say to the human?
I don't know what.
Boo.
Oh, you got me. I did not see that coming.
Me either.
So what? I know you need mods. You need something. I know you. I can see it in your eyes. You need something.
Let's talk.
Oh, I'm already talking. I've been talking. I talk all the time.
You and I.
Oh, like in private?
Yes.
Oh, follow me. Are you going to bring your lovely friend?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, very good. There's plenty of room. And so he is after you, and he points to his little elevator thing.
And I look back at the rest of the group and I say, "You guys got some credits. Go have some fun."
Let's go play some skee ball.
Let's go do it.
Enjoy your skee ball. You tell them Marco sent you.
Will they give us a discount?
I don't know. They might charge you more. I rob them all the time. I take all their money.
Me and Ash just walk off towards the arcade, shaking our head.
So he leads you onto his elevator. He's after you. Ladies first, of course. Be gentlemen. And he follows up after you. And he is massive.
May I have the honors of performing on here?
By all means. What do you do? What is your performance?
I want to sing a song that has kind of inspired me.
I would by all means, I stay down here. I want to watch you. I want to watch you perform as you rise up into the sky. It's going to be beautiful, majestic.
I can't believe you're giving me these honors. I'm kind of choked up.
No, I've never had a live performance other than me in my shop.
I appreciate this honor.
Would you like? What would you like? Would you like some special? Would you like a spotlight?
I just need a little bit of pyrotechnics. Nothing crazy.
Oh,
You'll know when to launch them.
when you say nothing crazy, you got to know who you're talking to.
I knew I liked you.
You go.
Okay.
And so he everybody shut the fuck up. And he's like shooing people and pushing them aside, and he grabs a chair and he puts it down and he's just sitting, and he is so enthusiastic.
So, Alphonse is basically facing away, so he's facing the wall, his back to the crowd, and it's the elevator starts to rise, and you can see him kind of start tapping his foot, and he turns around with his microphone dagger and goes at the top of his lungs and says, "Baby, I'm a firework!"
Roll performance for me.
And then I immediately look at Ash and go, did that sound like Alphonse?
No.
A 16.
16. So it's good. It's not like mind-blowing, but it's pretty damn good. And as soon as you say firework, he points to the side and says, "No!" and there's two guys off to the sides, and they have flamethrowers, and they're just. And so there are these huge streams of napalm just flying into the air, and you are. And the whole place is alight with the fires. Oh, it's so. I have tears in eyes. It's beautiful.
Alphonse is definitely crying at this point as well, like just the pure happiness.
It is for you, for that, for your beautiful words. You have discount for life.
I love you.
10%, no more.
I love you, man.
I love you. And he's like still wiping away tears. He's, oh, it's so beautiful. I love all of it. I need live performers here daily. You have inspired me.
Well, thank you.
I feel bardic inspiration. You come with me. We talk about some upgrades.
How does Rain react to all of this?
Yes. So she's that nervous teenager in the corner at the school dance. Who's just like, oh, what do I do? He's my date and he just left me. And she's like 6 feet away from Marco. And she's just standing there kind of clutching her own hands up to her chest like, oh God, what do I do? And then you start singing and a tear just rolls down her face.
A solitary tear.
A solitary tear just runs down her face. So,
I wish I knew more lyrics. I could have kept going.
I want to applaud you for just the balls to belt that out like
Happy
that.
to.
I am
Happy
so proud of you.
Thank you.
If you didn't already have inspiration, I'd give it to you, but you never use your inspiration, so
Doesn't have to.
I'm a bard. I inspire others.
that's true, and your modifiers are stupid.
That was an 8 on performance. I still got 16,
Yeah.
so I'll take it.
So he at this point he calls the elevator back down and he hops on with you. He's, young lady, please, after you. And Rain just like scurries onto the elevator and he steps on, and you know it's like a 6-foot diameter disc, and he takes up 75% of it. like he's kind of turned so his big pot belly is hanging off the side of the elevator so he doesn't just push you off. Because this is a very large man.
Oh my gosh.
And you come upstairs, and upstairs is a totally different place. Upstairs is this very cushy, like downstairs it's all metal. It's all metal and concrete and fire. And like his store is just demonstrations going off everywhere. Like you off to one side there's somebody with this like glove on, and the salesman was like, oh yes, by all means you could just press it to my arm. She grabs him by the arm and you see him just being electrocuted by this girl. Yeah, see, it's very effective. I could not do anything. And so there's all these demonstrations going off. There's still the guys putting away the flamethrowers, and this place is chaos. It's like a Walmart from hell. There's torture devices. Like there's a whole section of the store that's all like torture racks and shackles.
Just a bunch of BDSM.
Oh yeah,
God.
But
Norris would definitely get PTSD up there.
and there's people like trying on different arms. Like they have the shoulder sockets like Norris.
Oh, okay.
And they're like trying on different arms. Like they'll have one fire and one ice. And then one guy reaches out his hand and like a Sith Lord, he's just like
God.
lightning is spraying out of it, and there's all these targets all around the place, just getting burnt to a crisp and electrified, and this place is designed to take a beating and not be affected.
Okay.
But you get upstairs, and it's part of it's got big overstuffed furniture and this beautiful wood desk and like wooden furniture is a premium in this day and age because so much of the forests were destroyed and stuff like that. So people went out and they salvaged as much as they could. A lot of the pieces that couldn't be used for building materials or products were just left out, and that's what you guys found. You found these little scraps to put together a fire when you were camping. But he's got this very large, like, mahogany desk, and it's big enough that he can sit behind it comfortably. And so it's like 10 foot wide and 4 foot deep, and just beautifully engraved. The whole thing, it looks like a masterwork, like somebody's magnum opus. Somebody spent their whole life learning wood carving to make this desk.
Jesus.
And he sits down at it, and there's these two very comfortable seats in front of the desk. He's, my friends, please have seat. You are welcome guests. I assume it is something of a sensitive nature. Is it like downstairs enhancement? We have those, but I understand your discretion. But it's very common.
No, I definitely have what I need down there.
Oh, very. I wasn't assuming.
Yeah.
But with wanting to speak in private, I thought maybe a little. Maybe you want a second one. Maybe you have a second one and you want a third one. We can. I mean.
Well, maybe
for another time.
Another
Sorry,
time.
I get sidetracked.
So here's the thing.
Ah, yes, the thing.
Desk jockey.
Yes.
Don't really like fighting and killing people. Not my thing.
Yes.
But the problem is it puts my team and Rain at risk.
So you want to become a better fighter? Or are you wanting to kind of change your mentality about the fighting?
I just want to be able to help when it's called upon me.
Very good. So it's more enhancing your natural abilities
Yes.
and bringing out the warrior in you.
Yes.
That is my specialty. I make everybody warrior.
God, you're just hot when you talk.
Oh, you're making me blush. These massive cheeks are just bright red. You are wonderful, man. I adore you. 15%.
No more. Stop.
15%.
You're practically giving this stuff away.
50
Stop.
I'm done after this. You made me cry. It's so overwhelming. All these emotions.
We can be best friends. It's okay.
Oh, I thought we already were.
We are. I just want to solidify it with the verbal
Very good.
agreement.
I appreciate the solidifying of this relationship.
No.
So, I have something that I think I warn you. It is experimental. It is something I've been cooking up in my own time. It is a pet project. It is the finished product is going to be for me. This is a beta version.
Okay. And Alphonse kind of has like one of those puzzled looks on his face.
So, this is very special program. It may come with side effects. I cannot be sure. I have been looking for somebody to be my, I hate to use the word guinea pig, but it's kind of correct term. It will enhance many of your natural abilities.
Okay.
And it can make you faster, it can make you more capable, it can make you more athletic, it can make you so many things.
So Alphonse would look over to Rain and
So while he's in there having this conversation, you guys walk over to so Ash and Norris, you walk over to this barcade. And it's just when you walk in, as soon as you walk out, you're bludgeoned by the music again. Like it shoots up another 60 decibels immediately as soon as you walk out. And a couple shops over, there's a big sign that says arcade. It just says arcade, food, drinks, lose all your money here. and there's you look inside and it's all adults in there. In fact, you don't see any children in this whole like shopping center. And you see that. You see there's a brothel on the other side. You have a clothing store. You have let's see, what else would you have? What's something you guys would expect to see in here? My mind is kind of
Legal drug dealers.
Oh, absolutely. It just says pharmacy.
With the quotations around the word pharmacy.
It has neon little neon hands on each side of the pharmacy, and it just blinks from the 2 fingers down to the 2 fingers up, just back and forth. So yeah, there's the pharmacy, there's the arcade, there's the brothel, there's a tailor. You have a booth that's like a pet store. It's like exotic pets. But you look in there and it's just like squirrels and shit. And yeah, it's whatever wildlife they could get their hands on. and you guys have free reign. Are you headed to the barcade, or do you want to make another stop?
I think we're headed to the barcade.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk in and it's more casino than arcade, but all of the games are like Street Fighter style. But if you lose money. If you win money. And there's also traditional gambling you can do. You can play like 21. You can just about any type of game you want, you can find in here. So do you guys do
Is
any
there an axe throwing?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel
Yeah,
like Norris would want to throw some axes.
In fact, that's probably like the specialty of this place. And you walk in, and all of the people working this place, they're the most hipster of hipsters. Just big old beards. They're wearing like they're wearing like tweed and bow ties, and they all have polished leather shoes with the leather sole, which are useless fucking shoes. and it's this whole place is just run by hipsters. But at the back there's this hipster, and he's got like holsters holding axes going all up his back. And they're axes of different sizes, going the largest at the top and going down to little hatchets at his waist. Nice. And then you walk up, hey man, let's just have a good time. Let's throw some axes. You look like a strong guy. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume your gender. Are you guy, girl?
Ash, can we throw some axes?
Let's throw some axes.
Yeah, let's just skip all the formalities. We're all friends around here. Do you want to? I have some great axes. I have.
Can
some
I have
hatchets.
the biggest axe you have?
I got you. And he walks over, and he's kind of a spindly guy, probably like 5'9", 160 pounds, something like that. And he walks over, and he's reaching. He has to get up onto like a step stool, and he reaches up, and there's this giant great axe. Like, this thing is preposterously big, and he's like, "Oh, I got it! Don't worry." and let me roll a dex saving throw for this guy. That is a 6. So he pulls it off, and he's, oh, I don't got it. And it just falls flat on his back. And this great axe goes clanking across this concrete floor and just lands at your feet. He's, that's for you. Have fun. What can I get for you? Oh, I need a minute. What can I get for you, friend?
Just some medium-sized ones.
Yeah. And he just reaches back and he grabs these 2 axes off of his shoulders. He's here. These are for you.
I grab them. Cool.
Have fun, gentlemen. Do you need a drink? We have craft beer. We have tea. Oh, I need a minute.
Excuse me, Mr. What was your name?
I'm Chad.
Chad. Can you show me down there where I need to throw this axe at? Like, where's the spot I should hit?
So there's the wood target there, and you can move it back and forth depending on how challenging you want it to be.
Do you get more money the farther it is?
Yeah. So each throw is 10 credits.
Okay.
If you hit at the closest mark, you get 5 credits back. So if you just want to throw it a short distance, then you get a little. Then you get some of your money back. If you go to the next, you break even. And then the further you go, you get $5 each.
Can you just point, like, kind of stand over here and point in that general direction where I need to throw
It's
it?
that target.
And then can I just throw it at him? Can I just chuck that axe right at Chad?
Right at Chad?
Right at Chad.
Oh, God.
Make an attack roll. Jesus.
I assume crime happens down here quite often. That an attack roll?
Yeah. And just use your regular weapon modifier, but this isn't a... So, add 7 to your d20.
Add 7.
Add 7 to your d20 roll.
22.
So he's as you're lining up, he's like, "No, man, it's down there. It's down there." And you just chuck it at him, and it lodges directly in his rib cage and lodges itself
I'm like, Norris, what are you doing?
in his sternum. He's, man, that's just really. And he just falls over dead, and his pocket watch comes out of his vest and clatters on the floor, and the glass breaks.
I just look at Ash like, God, that guy annoyed the shit out of me.
Is that why you threw the axe?
Yes, I couldn't stand to listen to him talk
Good
anymore.
God.
And a
Came
few
here for a good time. Apparently, that's your way of having a good time.
and a few hipsters come up, and they're like, "Man, not cool."
I told him to move. I was about to throw it, and he just...
Roll deception.
Oh, that's...
Hey, your charisma's not good.
Oh, my God. Deception is a 3.
Hey.
Oh, we're so getting arrested.
Listen,
How are we going to get arrested in a completely crime-ridden place?
No.
man, like, he had a family, man. He had children. How are... Get the fuck out. And
It was an accident. It was an accident.
it was not an accident. We saw him. He wasn't even... Chad wasn't even standing in the down the alley. What do you mean it was an accident?
No, he wasn't standing down the alley.
If you
He
missed
wa-
him, you would have killed one of 10 other people.
So you're saying he took it for the greater good?
You're a monster.
Have you seen my arms?
At least give his family some money.
I just flip him one of the chips.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm like, hey, here you go, and I What was gold in this again?
So 1 gold is 1 credit.
Okay, and I give him 500 credits.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that'll help. At least his 6 kids can pay the rent since their mom died.
Wow, really milking it, aren't they?
You want to go check out the brothel?
Well,
Yeah.
we're getting kicked out of here. We ain't got nowhere else to
Please,
go.
just get the fuck out. What is wrong with you? and this
Man, we didn't even get to play skee ball.
and this group
Whose
of
fault is that?
this group of
yeah, you're
hipsters is like pushing you out of the place. They're like,
We're going.
"Man,
We're going.
You're not welcome here, man. This is just this is not good. You're a bad man.
So no craft beer?
No craft beer for you.
What about a tea to go?
No. You don't deserve our tea.
Can I have a tea?
No, you're with him. This is artisanal tea. We had it imported.
Artisanal. So Ash and I just walk over to the brothel.
God damn it, Norris.
I'm sorry, man, but he assumed my gender and stuff, and I had to get out of there.
You took
man.
it way too personal.
I know. You know me.
He's just trying
I'm-
to be a nice guy.
You know me. I'm all brawn, no brain, dude. You should have seen that
6
weird
kids.
little look in my eye.
6 kids.
Well,
Just orphaned right there.
it's a rough world out
You
there.
should have learned to pull out.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I did not picture that going that way, just to be fair. But I figured it would be fun.
Hey, I need a minute. What's Alphonse
Good thing we didn't tell him we were with Marco.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I guess. He did say he stole a lot
So,
of money from him.
Because of rain earlier and he was able to console or confide. I don't know, not sure the right term there. Whatever. Anyways, he really feels like she gets him, and he'd look at her before accepting a modification and say, "Is this something I should choose to do?"
and she gives you it's a lot of uncertainty is what you get from her. Like, she understands the need for it, she understands the purpose of it, but she's also kind of grasping the risk to it, and she's still trying to you can see she's moving her mouth, she's trying to form words, and after a minute you see that she gets frustrated and she kind of stops and she just puts a hand on you to kind of give me an insight check. Let's see how well you pick up on what she's trying to convey, because this is complicated emotion at this point.
14.
So she puts her hand on you, and you feel as though she's trying to say, whatever happens, like we're all the group together is going to get through all of this.
Okay. So when she puts her hand, does she have? Can I see any like physical damage? Did they damage her voice box?
So you feel like it's almost she doesn't understand the complex motor functions
Okay.
of the speaking. With human children it takes at least a year. I actually don't know how long it takes for human children to learn how to talk.
A year sounds good. Let's just round to
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah,
Conversation's sake.
yeah. My kid is 16. I don't remember that shit. And so you there's no physical damage to her. You have the like singes from the bomb earlier. But she has no scars on her anywhere.
Okay.
Like almost everybody has surgical scars from implants and stuff like that. Some are better quality than others. Some look like hack jobs. People like you and Ash have very quality work done on your enhancements. So you just have these minimal seams.
Okay.
Whereas like Norris, like you can see it's almost as though when they replaced his arms, they just ripped them off of his body. So there's all sorts of scar tissue at the joint, and whenever they gave him his implants, it was painful and it was brutal.
Okay. At that point, I'd look at Marco and be like, Marco, we have a deal. My only request is, since I'm going to be your guinea pig, I really would like this for free.
My friend, I can say my friend.
Yes.
Will you check in with me periodically? Let me know how everything is going. Let me know of any side effects, and I may need you to come in so I can just get some data.
As far as I know and I'm concerned, you're the only mod shop for my group.
Perfect. And just so you know, this will have to go in through a data port. So we will have to implant and surgically put in a data port in you.
I'm willing to roll the dice.
Very good. Yeah, we have a deal.
Great.
I will set you up same time as your compatriots, and we will get this taken care of. You will get my best rippers.
And between the two of us, I paid out the ass for this.
Oh, absolutely. You paid so much money for this upgrade. It was so expensive you can't wrap your mind around it.
And Alphonse puts out his hand to shake him across the desk, and I feel like I'm just overwhelmed with his grasp.
Oh, yeah. So he reaches across. He puts the cigar in his mouth and reaches across. And he's, even though, like, his hand is proportional to him, it's a catcher's mitt.
Oh, God.
Like, like it is a massive hand, and you can see that he kind of closes his hand for the shake slowly. Like you can tell that he's trying to hold back and be gentle, because this isn't a man that does gentle well.
Thanks for not breaking my hand.
Yeah. Well, I've broken many hands with a hasty handshake. I'm very careful anymore.
Appreciate that. These are my money makers.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, the dagger. I've never seen the dagger microphone. It's very cool.
Well, sometimes I pull out some magical stops.
Oh, that is wonderful. I've never seen anything like it. It was beautiful.
Oh, well, you can thank my DM for that, because he's a beautiful man.
Thank you. And so he escorts you over to the elevator. I will go get everything prepared. We have a little work to do. I wasn't expecting to install a data port today, especially a data port with the data we're going to be using. So, my friend, you go, you have good time. Your recovery period is going to be a little bit of time.
Okay.
So this is you and your friend Ash, I believe was his name. You two are going to have a little bit of a rough time after the surgery. It's going to be is going to hurt.
I think Ash would let me call him A-Train between friends. I might start calling him A-Train just because.
It's a very cool name.
Yeah? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's a cool name. He might go for it. He seems like a very classy guy though.
Yeah, it might not work.
Yeah, he might not go for it. He's very hoity-toity.
You said
He
that.
seems
You,
like-
you said that right.
He seems very nice guy.
You said
Very
that right.
nice guy. Very. He's got that noogle money, you know.
Ooh, that noodle. Your accent is very contagious.
I get that a lot.
I like it.
People come in here. I think they're from my country, And no, they're not. They just spend too much time around Marco.
Yeah, I can see why.
It's very strange combination of accent. It is mother is Russian, father Mexican. So I end up with strange mix of two.
So do you like tequila or vodka?
Mix them together. I love them both.
Wow. You are special.
I have literal iron gut. so nothing upsets me.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't always so bulbous. I had to make room. Let's be real. I was always pretty chunky boy.
Have you ever fought a bear? You know what? We can catch up later. I have so many questions.
I have
for
so
you.
many stories.
Okay.
You come back in a few hours.
Okay.
Everything will be ready. I will have my personal suite ready for you.
Okay. I better make sure they haven't gone and killed someone.
That would be good. Although they went to the fucking hipster arcade, if they kill somebody there, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Except none of them know how to use birth control. Just pull out. It's not hard.
Don't you sell a mod for that?
I do. It's not even a hard one. It's just a little injection and the little robot, the little microscopic robots that go in and they swim through and then they just block everything off. Easy peasy.
I remember back in the day, we're talking way back, I read in a history book. It's literally a copay. They go in and snip it. You sit on a bag of peas for a week.
You don't even have to snip it anymore.
God damn.
It's even easier. It's like getting blood drawn.
Wow.
You just get a little prick, and then your prick no longer makes babies.
I should probably... Have you tried selling it to them?
I do it all the time.
Oh,
They
okay.
don't care. They want to make dozen babies.
Gross.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll head that way. Thanks for
I-
letting me perform on your stage. That was
Oh,
still an amazing experience.
It was a once in a lifetime experience. Beautiful. You go, you have a good time, you come back, and we
Thanks, Marco.
yeah.
I'll catch you later.
And you go off and you join up with your friends. And next episode, we will find out how the surgeries go.